Skipping ahead to 8.9, we're going to talk a little bit about a credit card statement here. And then the next page, we're going to talk about the minimum payments and how long it would take to actually pay it off in the next video. So we're on page 116 here. This is a typical generic credit card statement here. We're going to go through it. Here's the length of the statement that it's covered, and then when the payment's due, generally about a month later. Then we have a minimum payment due. We're going to talk about this minimum payment, I think, on the next page a little bit. It represents a percentage of the total ending balance here. So card summary here, we have the previous balance. This is how much was left on the card that wasn't paid off from the previous month before. Payments and credits. So this is paying off the credit card, or maybe you return something. We'll see more of that down here. So this balance gets lower by actually paying it off, or by getting something kind of credited back to your credit card. Purchases, cash, debits, that's all here. So that'll add to our balance total. We'll calculate the finance charges on the next page, and we'll figure out the new balance by the end of this page. This credit card has a total credit line of $3,000. Can't go over that unless you have some fees you have to pay. So because we're at this much, we only have a little bit of credit left there to charge on our account. There is $500 here that can be accessed for cash. But because, again, it's close to that threshold of $3,000, only $376 is available for cash. I don't recommend doing this. It's kind of a slippery slope to take cash out of your credit card because you have to pay it back at interest. Here are the dates and the transactions that occurred. So gas was purchased here. So this is kind of like, these are purchases here. And this will add to the balance. The next transaction we see is a payment. So that's a credit. So that's credited back to the account. That actually subtracts from the balance. Hardware store, flowers, groceries, all purchases here. These add to the overall credit card balance that'll have to be paid off. And then you see the last transaction here is where we return something to the hardware store and get that taken away from the credit card balance. Finance charges down here, daily periodic rate. There's 31 days in a cycle from the 19th year to the 18th there. That was 31 full days. APR here is annual percentage rate. That's how much annually you're being charged in interest on your credit card. We're going to figure out the average daily balance on the next page, and then figure out the finance charge on that next page as well. I just wanted to quickly go through this table on the bottom of page 116, so I kind of already have it filled out for you. So from these date ranges, look from the 19th to 22nd. That is from the opening date, the 19th of July, until the day before a purchase was made, the 23rd. The initial balance was $2,342.51. There's no transactions, so our ending balance was there. And then on the 23rd, that's just one day because there was a purchase made the next day, or a change made the next day as well. We have that balance, and then it was a purchase of gas, so that increased the balance up to $24.13 and some change. So I broke it down between number of days, the date range, your initial balance, all your transactions, your ending balance, is because what your credit card company will do is, well, they have to make money, right? So they make money on interest, and then they also kind of charge you to have their money just here as well. So there is a finance charge as well. So what they would do is they'll say, all right, you had 4 days at $23.42.51, and they'll kind of take a weighted average of every day, what your balance was at the end of that day. So let me pause this. I'll fill all this in for you. I'm just taking the number of days, multiplying it by the ending balance. So sorry for that skip there. What I did was I took the number of days here, the 4, 1, 4, 6, 15, and 1, multiplied it by the ending balance on that day because I want to calculate the average daily balance. So it basically added up what was your ending balance every day, and then I'm dividing it by the total number of days, and this adds up to that 31 days in the cycle. So what your credit card company is going to do is it's going to charge you based on the average daily balance for this cycle, this 31 days of 23.88.34. Come back next video. We're going to finish page 117.